Australia. It's the fourth test match. It's at the MCG. It's day 2, and we're going to pick things up with Australia on 98 for 6. They have a lead of 140 runs. And if England can take these last 4 wickets quickly, we've got a match on here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you enjoy this. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. And for the next 2 hours, I will be here and take you through everything that's going on. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it. And hopefully we'll get some exciting cricket. That's all we want, really. An exciting game. If you're an England fan, maybe you'd like for them to come back into this game. If you're an Australia fan, maybe you're still rooting for the 5-0. Make it happen, Australia, is what you're thinking. But so far today, it's been pretty good. Just bear with me a second. I'm in a hotel again, as I have been throughout these Ashes, it feels like, apart from the first couple of tests. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about how this is going to go. I think this could be a big session in this match. It's all about how much of a lead Australia can build versus how much England can make Australia pay for those slightly loose shots. We've seen quite a few wickets fall today. Australia started the day on 4 for no loss. And then Scott Boland was the first to go for 6. And then Jake Weatherald went for 5, Marnus for 8, Steve Smith for 16, Travis Head for 46, Usman Khawaja for a duck, and Alex Carey for 4. And right now it's Cameron Green out there on 6 not out, Steve Smith on 16 not out. And yeah, we could have a very exciting session. This will be the session, in my opinion, that will decide everything. It's a little bit dark in here, isn't it? Sorry, it's fine. So you can see me. I think that's enough of me that you need to see. There's a gentleman with Australia colours all over his bald head. And he's got has he got an English flag? I think he's got a British flag, a Union Jack. Or maybe it was an Australian flag. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, here we go. Session 2 about to get underway. Josh Tongue with figures of 2 for 29. He comes to Steve Smith, squares him up a little bit. Smith guides the ball to Gully on the bounce. There is no run. That was Jacob Bethel who picked that one up. And yeah, man, join the conversation. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about how things are going. But so far, England have been good today. Very good. Gus Atkinson with that early wicket of Scott Boland. And then since then, Cast Tongue both picked up 2 apiece. Ben Stokes with a big wicket as well of Jake Weatherall bowled him. Here's Tongue into Smith again. Slightly wideish. Smith pushes this ball just wide of Jacob Bethel, who's in a sort of backward pointish position. They go through for a single. Thank you to everybody who's joined me. Thank you for the thumbs ups. And yeah, let us know what you think is a good lead for Australia. The current lead is 141. They've got 4 wickets in hand. I feel like if England could keep it within 200, they've got a chance. I'm not going to make them favourites, obviously, based on the way they batted in that first innings, which I think we can all agree was disappointing. I know it's a difficult pitch. A lot's been made of this pitch and how difficult it is, but even so. Right, Tongue into Green, who defends this ball into the offside, no run. It is 2:13 a.m. in the UK right now. I'm in a hotel in Luton. Oh, he's overstepped there, Josh Tongue. That's a no ball. Does that take the total on to 100? I think that's, yeah, Australia's 100 comes up with that no ball. 100 for 6. And the lead is 142. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a resistance. Travis Head, the top scorer so far for Australia with 46. Smith is there, 17 of 21. It's Green on strike though. His Tongue is in full lead outside edge and goes past where another slip fielder would have been. It's gone to the deep third boundary for 4. Now, had there been a slip in place there, a second slip, third slip. I need to see a replay because I'm going off the screen. Let's have another look at it. Yeah, it was a genuine edge. Ball just leaves him outside edge, a little bit low. Yeah, past where a third slip would have been. Past where a third slip fielder would have been, and in the end, it's yeah, 4 more runs. Each of these runs crucial. Tongue in, full down the leg side, flicked away down to fine leg for 4. Easy runs that for Cameron Green. He's on to 10 now. 10 deliveries, and Australia's lead grows. They're on to 108 for 6. And that lead, 150 exactly. 150 exactly. England would have talked about this at lunch. They want to get these as quick as possible. Attack, attack, attack. Get in there, bat. Maybe show a bit of application. Will this match be done today? It's possible, right? It could be done today. Could be done today. We'll wait and see if that is indeed the case. Right. Here's Josh Tongue. Again, squaring up Cameron Green a little bit. And he guides that ball to Gully. They run through for a quick single. The ball, there's a direct hit from Jacob Bethel, and they'll pick up an overthrow as well. I'm just going to move my angle a little bit. There we go. That doesn't need to be there. We'll just move that out of the way. How's that? That's okay, isn't it? Yeah. It just feels like a little bit better light. Anyway, no more front facing as well. I think it's usually better. Yeah, direct hit from Jacob Bethel. Just that ball ricocheted off into the leg side, and they picked up another single. Jacob Bethel did that thing where he's like, oh, man. How did that happen? 2 slips in place. And a fly leg slip as well. Short fine leg, let's call it. Tongue in. Again, into the pads of Green, who turns the ball to Ollie Pope at mid-wicket. There is no run. And that's the end of the over. Very expensive, actually. 12 runs coming from that over. Australia just building that lead quickly. I think you sort of know on a pitch like this, there's a ball with your name on it, and it's coming. And you sort of know that you have to make the most of it while you're out there. It's not really a grinding kind of pitch. I mean, at least that's the way everybody's treated it so far. We saw Usman Khawaja in the first innings try to grind a little bit. Didn't really get away. Well, there is a lot of movement on this pitch. I saw Michael Vaughan's tweet about it. Actually, he was very, very critical. So he doesn't really say tweets anymore. Post on X. He said, it's a disgraceful pitch. Fans deserve better. Everybody, the players, the broadcasters, the fans, they've all been shortchanged by this pitch. I have to say, the 4 sessions and a bit that we've seen so far have been very exciting. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining me. If you're new to the channel, please do give me a subscribe. I watch the game. I tell you how it's going, what's happening on a ball-by-ball basis, give you some thoughts and analysis, and also allow you to join the conversation. Right, here we go. Bryden Goss. 2 slips for him as well. Starts with a full toss to Steve Smith, who was sort of caught off guard by the full toss, and he just gently nudges it to mid-on for no run. I mean, there were runs there, Smithy. Missed out. I think he missed out anyway. Anyway, shout out to my friend Farhan Qureshi, who gifted me today Battle Panda, which is his comic book. So if you've ever read it, or if you're a comic book person, read Battle Panda. Thank you, Farhan, for that. I'm looking forward to giving that a read. Anyway, here's Bryden Goss. Still with 2 slips in place into... Oh, did he get an inside edge on that? It's gone down to the fine leg boundary. Jamie Smith didn't pick it up. Is that buys? Is it off the bat? Yeah, it's buys. So he didn't get any bat on it. He just shuffled awkwardly across the stumps to Smith, and the ball goes down the leg side. Only just. Jamie Smith didn't pick it up, and there's 4 more runs. In fact, it went between his legs. It wasn't down the leg side. It went between his legs. It went between Steve Smith's legs. As he got into horrible position, he was looking to flick it away out towards the square leg, and in the end, beats everybody, goes for 4. And Ben Stokes, doing that one. Steve Smith mouthed, "What happened there?" I think that's what he was saying. What happened there? Goss with this very long run up into Steve Smith, and again, this time the ball swings in towards him. Smith just defends into the offside. No run, but that lead is 156. It's growing. It's growing pretty rapidly. Cheers, everybody. This is Salam Cola again. I've been through most of it. I'm going to be switching to my lemon and lime sparkling water very soon. In fact, I'll switch that quickly before this ice runs out. I've got to keep it cool. Here's Goss in again to Steve Smith, who drives off the inside half of his bat to Ben Duckett at mid-on, and Duckett gets a throw off towards Jamie Smith, and then he falls over, and then he throws himself off balance. It was kind of funny. His partnership worth 26 runs off 24 balls. They've got their runs very quickly here of Australia. 114 for 6. Just building this lead. They would like as much as they possibly can, but at the very least 200, 250. They want this tail to wag a little bit. Cameron Green, he's not the tail. He's a bowling all-rounder, you'd say. Bowling all-rounder, batting all-rounder. Genuine all-rounder. Here's Cass into Smith. Full, big appeal for LBW. Huge appeal for LBW. Umpire's not interested straight away. It's umpire Kumar Dharmasena. He shakes his head. DRS timer's on the screen. Oh, he's gone for it. Wow, with like 12 seconds left, he went for it very quickly, did Ben Stokes. He thinks this is close. Let's find out how close it is. Steve Smith just gave it a little, not like a shake of the head of resignation, I'm going to say. I don't know. Let's see. England players huddled up. It's Steve Smith who would go. TV umpire Ehsan Raza of Pakistan back in action. Waiting for the pictures of the big screen. I'm going to pull myself a bit. Let's have a look at this. Oh, I reckon that's missing leg. I don't know if it's got an inside edge, which it might do, but I think it's missing leg stump. Also, it's not been given out on field, so at the very best, it's going to be clipping leg stump. I think Steve Smith's going to be safe here. Nothing on Snicko. They've looked at Snicko, the Australian ultra edge. Nothing on there at all. I'm pretty sure it's going to miss leg stump. Yeah, I think we can safely say that. Pitching in line, hitting, impact in line, wickets missing. There we go. Yeah, not the best shout. He was very convinced as well, wasn't he, Ben Stokes? Maybe just felt like it was worth trying for that one, maybe. Yeah, if you're wondering, lemon and lime, sparkling water. That's what I'm having. Cheers, everybody. Right, now then. Drop some water. There, condensation. Now then, Carson again. Smith defends this one. And then he does the Karate Kid pose. He does the sort of Karate Kid pose. That was weird. That was funny. I think he's enjoying himself, Steve Smith, despite the conditions. Now, there's 114 for 6. The score remains. The lead is 156. Now, those wickets that fell in very quick succession. It felt like the last 3 especially, because Australia were 82 for 3, and then Travis Head got out, and then at 84 for 2, it became 82 for 4, and then Usman Khwaja got out straight away, so it became 83 for 5, and then after a few more runs, Alex Carey got out, 88 for 6, so those 3 wickets fell really quickly, and since then, there's been a little partnership here between Smith and Green, both players into double figures comfortably, and just scoring runs very quickly post-lunch. England have 2 slips in a gully in place now for Josh Tongue. In he comes to Green, and Green misreads the length of that, just jumps on him a little bit, strikes him high up on the thigh. No appeal for LBW because he's a tall man, very tall. Australia's lead 156. So those last 3 wickets in particular fell in quick succession. And England were frustrated a little bit by Scott Boland as well earlier, who put in dogged performance, keeping them on the back foot. But it's just the pace at which those wickets fell that have given England fans something to just be interested with. Here's Tongue in, down the leg side. This time Jamie Smith does get behind it. Josh Tongue straying in line a few times this morning. Harry Brooks working on the ball, trying to keep it shiny. 156. I reckon if England can somehow get these 4 wickets inside the next 44 runs, then they've got a chance. They've definitely got a chance. You'd never like to make them favourites in these conditions. You'd never like to say, oh, they're definitely going to win. No, not the way they played this season, this series. But it might be interesting. Let's see. Here's Josh Tongue into Green. It's full. Green drives, but straight to Ollie Pope at mid-wicket. There is no run. Oh, if England can get through this, get a win here, and tie up. Well, not tie up. Sorry, tie up. It's impossible. The Ashes have already been retained by Australia. That bit is decided. That's not going to change. But if England can win this game, they can still sort of build a little bit of momentum, maybe stave off some criticism. There's Tongue in again. Very good length. And it's Green equal to the task. Defends the ball to duck it at mid-on. Because they're getting a lot of criticism, England. Some of the shots they played yesterday, despite the conditions, I think were pretty poor. A lot of people have been critical of the pitch and used the pitch as a bit of, used the pitch as a bit of an excuse for both sets of teams, and the fact that 20 wickets fell on day 1, which is quite extraordinary. But I do think, fine, like 20 wickets fell on day one, the conditions are hard, there's grass on the wicket, blah, blah, blah. It's overcast. But at the same time, those shots. Anyway, tongue in, and Green gets forward and defends back to the bowler, who picks up in his follow through, no run. I feel like they could have done a lot better. I feel like those batters, their shot selection could have been a lot better. It left a lot to be desired, to be honest with you. So anyway, we'll see. If you're with me, share some comments. I'll happily read some out. And he comes again as tongue, and that ball's just sort of pushed defensively into the offside for no run. That was a better over from an England perspective, a maiden over from Josh Tongue. 114 for 6. Australia still leading by 156 runs. So still tough going for England's bowlers. Just trying to find something and find it quickly. This is the thing. They want to find it, but they want to find it quickly. I don't know what this light is like. Sorry if I look weird, but it's not really important what I look like, right? It's all about the match. And Bryden Cast is going to continue. Ben Stokes, very animated out there. Someone chucks the ball to Bryden Cast. He's still got 2 slips in place, no gully, and that short, fine leg fielder that's sort of halfway in, sort of in line with the slips, almost like a leg slip, let's call him. Cast in, outside edge, and that carries to second slip. No, I think it bounces just short. It bounces just short. Harry Brook got down, looked like he took it somewhat cleanly, but he didn't celebrate. I think that was just a bit of a forlorn thing. The ball dropped short, and he took it on the bounce. It was a very good effort, that second slip. Let's have another look at this. Bryden Cars, excellent length. Just moves away ever so slightly. And Steve Smith, to his credit, just sort of drops his hands on it to make sure the ball doesn't carry. Quality batting, really, because he just drops his hands on it. It was an edge, but bounces into the hands of Harry Brook at second slip. Here's Cars into Smith again, who defends this ball well. Back down the ground. There is no run. It's going to be frustrating, but it should really be heartening. It shouldn't really be frustrating for England. They should see that as an opportunity, as positive momentum, building pressure, all of that stuff. Good pace in this over as well from Bryden Cast, 141.2 kilometers per hour. And some of my viewers in the comments yesterday weren't really thrilled with Cast's performance, but this is short and pulled nicely by Smith. Doesn't really place it where he wants as the ball rolls to I think that was Jacob Bethel again, just in front of square leg. There is no run taken, so 3 dots in a row. Good sequence this, I think, from England. Just building up the dots. In between all that, there was an appeal for LBW. There was a near caught in the slips. So England it feels like they're homing in on this wicket. They're getting closer and closer. Steve Smith had a few scares. Here's Cast into Smith again as that ball zips off a length, and Smith just sort of sways out of the way of it. And he's got very expressive today, Steve Smith. He's smiling, he's laughing, he's looking at the spot on the pitch where that ball took off from. Yeah, just hit a length and just took off, went past his shoulder. Yeah. Oh no, not quite his shoulder. The way he leaned back, it made it look like it went past his shoulder, but it did take off. And Steve Smith just sort of does a gesture, shakes his head, smiles, laughs, sticks out his tongue. Super expressive today, Steve Smith. The acting Australian captain. Pat Cummins not playing this game. And it's Cast. Into Smith again, into his pad. Smith turns this ball into the vacant mid-wicket area, and I'll pick up a single. As Duckett runs round from mid-on, I should say. The score moves to 115 for 6. Australia leading now by 157 runs. Bryden Cast working hard out there. 1 ball to come in his 9th over. 2 for 22 as figures. Yesterday was quite extraordinary, isn't it? 20 wickets fell. And Scott Boland came in as night watchman for Australia, opening the batting and facing the first ball. What an extraordinary scorecard that's going to be when the history looks back on it. Cricket historians. Here's Bryden Cass into Cameron Green. Full. He drives just wide of extra cover. Ben Stokes at mid-off runs around to field. And he cuts off any thought of the second run, but they do get through for one. So 2 runs off that over. Australia 116 for 6. They've batted 29 overs, and their lead is now 158 runs. And, still plenty of cricket left to be played today. A friend of mine on WhatsApp messaged me earlier, asking, "Do I think this match could end today?" It's possible, but I mean, the longer Australia bat, the less likely it becomes, isn't it? Because A, the runs required by England goes up, and B, the time that Australia have to bowl them out today goes down. So I think, yeah, if England can get these last 4 wickets in this session, then it's still possible. But I think we will go to tomorrow. I do get that feeling. As tongue in, and with soft hands, Green guides the ball into the onside. They run through for a quick single. Really good running that between Smith and Green. Both batters on 18 now. Smith on 18 off 32, Green on 18 off 20. Australia's lead, 159. It's a pretty decent lead already. I mean, under normal circumstances, you say it's a paltry lead, but I think it's already a somewhat imposing one for England fans who watch their team throw away better positions than that before. 2 slips, still there. Tongue in, outside off. Smith punches that ball again, just wide of backward point. They come through for a quick single. 160 the lead now. This partnership continuing to irritate England. It's worth 30 runs now, this partnership, between Cameron Green and Steve Smith. Ben Stokes, also very expressive today, making sure everybody can tell how he's feeling about the game. Nodding, looking up, looking here, looking there, flailing his arms. There's a big crowd at the MCG watches. Here's tongue in full, and Green defends that ball into the covers again. No run. 118 for 6. Partnership 30 off 41 now. No. Still pretty tricky for England. Still struggling to find the wicket that they need. Break this partnership. Hello, mate. Thank you for that. It's the middle of the night in England. His tongue into Green. Full. He drives, but mid-on does cut it off, so no run. Yeah, it's pretty late in England. 2:30 in the morning. So if you're with me, well done for being with me. Maybe you're in Australia. I don't know. It's a much better time there, obviously, to join these watch-alongs. People from all sorts of areas. I was looking at some of my analytics recently, and it showed me the different countries people have been watching my watch-alongs from. So thank you so much to everybody who's joined me. I hope you enjoy it, and I appreciate the positive feedback. Anyway, here we go. Here's Josh Tongue into Cameron Green again. This is full, driven nicely, but straight to extra cover. There is no run. Cameron Green looking for a statement innings as well, just before this Ashes series, picked up for that massive sun in the IPL as well. Earlier today, we saw Gus Atkinson bowling, and in his follow-through, just clutch at his hamstring. And we've not seen him bowl since then. In fact, he just went off the pitch, I'm pretty sure, a while ago in the first session. Here's Josh Tongue into Green. But again, just plays that ball wide of the fielder at cover. They run through for a quick single. They make it with ease. The lead continues to climb. Australia, 119 for 6, and the lead is 161. Barmy Army just quietening down a little bit. They were making big noises after those quick wickets fell for Australia, with England bowling well. Bowled very well, actually, in that first session. I thought England not as wayward as you... they've been wayward in the second session. Not really. They just haven't been as disciplined as they've been previously. Just allowed too many quick runs down the leg side, all that kind of stuff. Right. Ben Stokes says, I got to do this myself. He's in for another spell. Figures 1 for 22 from his 5 overs so far. Josh Tongue's bowled 11, 2 for 44 from his 11. Atkinson's bowled 5 overs, 1 for 20. Cass, 9 overs, 2 for 23. And, oh, wow, you're doing second session. Yes, Jen, I'm doing the second session. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier. I made it back very late from my show today, so opted to do the second session. I didn't do the first session. Here's Stokes. Into green, short, and green just works that ball off the square into the offside. No run. How do we feel about this ODI game? Well, it's a TDI game, isn't it? It's a 2-day international. Well, I think it'll go to tomorrow. I'm pretty confident this match will go to tomorrow. I know there's about 50 odd, 58, 59 overs, something like that left in the day, but I just think Australia, they're not going to be falling away anytime soon. The 98 for 6 they were at lunch, and that was 5 overs ago. And in the last 5 overs, they've managed to take the score up to 119 for 6. Here's Stokes into Cameron Green, who again watchfully plays this ball to backward point, no run. They've been better since lunch, Australia, taking the runs when they've been on offer, but just been really cagey, really watchful. They know they don't need a huge amount of runs, but they just want as many of them as they can get. Still, theoretically, 3.5 days left in this game, so no rush. They could just block all day if they really wanted to, but I think the pitch being the way it is, one of the greener wickets we've seen at the MCG in a long time. Anyway, I'll have a little look at that comment from Jen in a second. That ball's punched to cover, no run. Fun fact. Oh, hold on. I can watch it over here. Fun fact. Sixers Stars combined more runs last night than Australia-England first innings. Yeah, no, I heard about that. I looked at the scorecard. In fact, I watched a bit of the Bash game because the toss happened just as this game was ending. So I heard, I saw, okay, Sixers are batting first. Watch a bit of Babar Azam, why not? And I watched him play 7 balls. That last one off Tom Curran, looking for a big drive, outside edge, caught it slip. And then I went to bed. It's Stokes in. Green leaves that alone outside the off stump. Disappointing, Bobby. Disappointing. Just looks a shell of himself at the moment. A shell of his best self. I didn't want to say former self, but yeah. We watch bits of the Bash, but we don't like seeing Babar Azam. You don't like seeing Babar Azam. Why? Tell me. Well, do you not like seeing him like this, or you just don't want to see him? It's, yeah, he's not been in the best of nick lately. He did get 100 last month, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, in fact now. This is edged straight to second slip. That's the end of Cameron Green's knock. Stokes has the wicket that England desperately wanted. Australia 119 for 7 now. Pretty soft dismissal in the end. Australia 161 runs ahead. They've just lost a 7th wicket, and Stokes has delivered. Just taking another look at it. Just angled in, straightened a little bit, I guess. He's done more by bounce than movement there, really. Bat was miles away from his body, not a lot of foot movement. A pretty straightforward catch at second slip. It was the chance that England were waiting for, and they had it. They've broken this partnership. Harry Brook with the catch. And England now back in the game. Right, yeah, like this. Oh, thanks. I watched Sam Curran last night. Is it the Dubai League? Yeah, probably. I think that'll be the ILT20. That's the one in the UAE. There's a few leagues going on at the moment. Obviously, there's Big Bash, but then there's the ILT20, and there's the BPL, the Bangladesh Premier League, which is also on at the moment. And yeah, they're all on it. Like, you could watch cricket for 24 hours at the moment. Like, it's brilliant timings. But anyway, right now the focus is very much this Ashes test, and it's got very exciting today. England have managed to take 7 Australian wickets and given themselves a slim chance in this game. How many runs do we think England can chase? What do they have to keep Australia to make themselves... Can they even be favourites? I don't know if you can make them favourites at any point, really. 119 for 7. I don't know. Surprised Sandeep Lamichhane is stuck in the BPL. I think because of some of the things that came out about him, people just tend to stay clear. A superb bowler, very talented, obviously, and sort of helped put Nepalese cricket on the map. Yeah. I know he didn't have a good Hurricane stint. Yeah, no, of course he played for the Hobart Hurricanes a while back. There's Ben Stokes in again. As Nisa, the new batter, takes strike. Two slips and a gully in place, and obviously Stokes sends it down the leg side and then just shakes his head as he walks back to the umpire, gets his hat and his jumper. So wicket maiden. It's not bad, Stokes. You don't be so hard on yourself. He's dropped his glasses. He's going to pick it up. Somebody in the crowd has a sign that says, "In Stokes we trust." Still? Still in Stokes we trust after all this? He did just get a wicket, I suppose. Yeah, it is a very small sign as well, I should point out. It almost looked A4. It was a good catch by Harry Brook at second slip. He sort of did set him up a little bit in that over. Stokes just angled the ball in towards him, angled in towards him, angled in towards him, and then gets one to just nip away a little bit. Next one a little bit shorter. And he was looking to sort of, he was quite in two minds whether to push at it, drive it, find a gap. Picks out second slip off the face of the bat pretty much. I know he didn't. Right. Anyways, oh, hold on. What'd you say, Jen? I'll come back to that in a second. Here's Cars into Steve Smith. Again, squares him up a little bit, but Smith manages to get it into a gap in the offside and they get through for a quick single. Every run. Smith on to 20 now. The lead 162. Australia 120 for 7 in the second innings. Right, what'd you say? Right. Anyways, good batting again, Cam Green. Test sides, Marcus Stoinis. You're not going to let me live that down. I don't know. Listen, it doesn't feel panicky for Australia at the moment. Even if you're carrying someone, it's not the end of the world right now. If you want to make a bit of an investment in the guy, give him a run. I think you've earned, right now, 3-0 up in the Ashes, earn secured. Why not? Here's Cass into Nisa, who ducks a bouncer. The ball strikes him, and two of the slip fielders were interested in a review for that. Like, what's going on? How's that? Polite inquiry. It's just struck him on his shoulder. He did duck a long way. But, let's have a look at it. It just didn't get up as much as Nisa took. He took it actually on his shoulder blade, just below his shoulder blade. I don't really mind. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Michael Nisa. Can he do? Maybe he fancied opening the batting instead of Scott Boland yesterday. Here's Cass in. Nisa just fends that ball off towards mid-wicket. No run. Let's have a look at this. You know us Aussies are kind. If you didn't know, we'll give you one. We'll give you one. Just the one. Right. Got some crisps. Do we get into the crisps? I mean, we're going to get into the crisps. The question is, do we get into the crisps now? Bryden Cass. Into Nisa again. Oh, he just chips that ball where a short leg would have been. There isn't a short leg. It just rolls to mid-wicket, no run. Nisa, not the most convincing bat. I mean, we've looked at his stats before. He can bat, but on this surface, even batters are struggling to bat. So, and Nisa in the first innings got 35. That's his equal best score. The top run scorer for Australia in the first innings, Michael Nisa, I think. Pretty sure. He was, wasn't he? Let's have a look. Yes, he was. No. Yes, he was. No, of course he wasn't. Hold on. I'll have a look. 1 second. Cass. Oh, back to the bowler. Catch is taken. Nisa. Doesn't matter what you got in the first innings. He's got a 0 in his second innings. High fives all round from the England team. Bryden Cass has delivered an 8th wicket to England now. Australia 120 for 8. The lead still 162. England, after leaking a few runs after lunch, have put that chokehold on this innings again. It was an excellent one-handed catch and his follow-through from Cass. Just wide of his body, he managed to get his hand in the right spot and just pluck it out of the air. And it's heating up. Could be over today, No, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be over today. Nisa goes off a 5-ball duck, caught and bowled to Cass. And in the first innings, Nisa was the top scorer with 35. This time around, he's got a duck. He's not alone. Usman Khawaja also got a duck. And now it's Steve Smith. All hopes will lie on Mitchell Starc to come in. Jai Richardson. What Australia would give for another 40 runs. I think Australia would like another 40. Australia would like another 140 if possible, but like another 40 is what the short-term goal will be. Take that lead past 200. I think Australia will fancy themselves to knock over England under 200. I don't know, Jen, are you confident at this point? 8 wickets down. Or England. Has the surface let England in? I don't know. Anyway, Mitch Starc is in, left-hander, just marking out his guard. He's got a decent test career, 13 50s, best of 99, averaging over 20. Not a mug. Mitchell Starc batted well in this series, in fact, at one point. Well, this is a different surface. All right, we will have a read of all of those in just a moment, Jen. Here's Carse in for the final ball of his 10th over. Starc on strike, Carse in, full and just chipped on the bounce to Ben Stokes at mid-on. It's the end of the over. Successful one for England. Australia, 120 for 8. The lead, 162. Right, string of comments. Let's give them all a read. Right. As Aussies, we're kind. If you don't know, we'll give you one. We even offered Ben Duckett a lift back to his hotel. You did. Is Atkinson all right? No. He has he gone for a scan? I think he's getting tested for something because when in his follow through, he was sort of gripping his what do you call this, hamstring. So we'll find out. Not got any official word yet. I don't mind. This test is just entertaining. We've seen how both sides have batted. Yeah. For sure. Just having a look at the foot for some reason. Yeah, Bryden Cast. That last ball was a no ball. So there's another one outside edge. Caught. Well, it's one of those rare instances where a no ball works out for the bowling side. Bryden Cast overstepped for what would have been the final ball of the over. Had to bowl another one, and he got a wicket. Mitch Starc dismissed. Second ball duck for him. 2 in the over for Bryden Cast. 4 in the innings. 4 for 25. His figures from his 10 overs so far. Good stuff from Cast. And it was a thick outside edge. Straight to first slip. Really good catch from Joe Root. It's regulation. Can't say really good. But timely wicket. 121 for 9 Australia. The lead 163. So this is an open game. I'm gonna end up watching every ball of this today. I don't think I'm gonna be going to bed at a reasonable time. No. Didn't that happen yesterday? I think it was tongue no ball and nearly wicket because of it. Yeah, it might have happened yesterday. Did it happen yesterday? No, because I thought he was clutching his hamstring today and he went off after that. I don't think he's on the pitch now. Maybe it happened yesterday and he clutched at it again today. But we're just waiting to find out more. He won't need. I don't think he'll be called upon now. Like his work is done. He might have to bat at some stage, Gus Atkinson, but I don't think he'll be called upon to bowl. Now, Steve Smith is on strike. Now, what does Smith do here? Does Steve Smith go for it? Does he play some shots? Does he try and hit the ball out of the park? Jai Richardson has an average of 6 in Test cricket. He's only scored 18 runs from his 4 matches, so he's not really renowned for his batting. Smith's got to go for it here and get Australia as many runs as he possibly can. I think he's going to play some shots. Ben Stokes in, 2 slips in place. Stokes bowls, Steve Smith drives hard, just wide of cover. They run through for a single, so Smith isn't going to play this game of shepherding the strike or trying to keep Jai Richardson off strike. Richardson has been exposed straight away. And Smith says, you have a bit of that, Jai. Yes, Smith's on 21 off 35. Jai Richardson about to face his first ball. Australia's lead, 164 runs. And they've only got 1 wicket left in this innings. Well. All right, if they get the wicket in this over, I will allow myself some crisps on this stream. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to have myself some crisps. 2 slips and a gully in place. Stokes into Jai Richardson. Oh, he leaves one outside the off stump. It was back of a length, and Richardson sort of looked like he was interested in flirting with it. And at the last moment, just pulled his back inside the line a bit. Stokes walks back to his mark. Just such a good bowler is Ben Stokes. Just very smart bowler. Knows where he wants it. You know, the fall of wickets for Australia have come in clumps. After the first three, I should say. The rest have been threes and threes. 82, 83, 88, 119, 120, and 121. Here's Stokes. Into Jai Richardson. Beats the outside edge. Oof. That one just came in a little bit, but not enough to take the outside edge through to the keeper. Stokes has found a really good area. Jai Richardson just looking to survive for another 3 balls. Lovely shape on that ball. Conditions so heavily in favour of the bowling sides. I wonder what England's approach is going to be when they come out to bat. Do they try and bang the ball all over the place and try and get this done quickly? Do they try and nurdle their way there? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? If you're with me on the live stream, thank you so much for joining me. Give me a thumbs up, please. Help me out in the algorithm. Oh, here we go. Stokes has chucked another slip in. 3 slips and a gully in place for Jai Richardson. 3 balls to come in this over. Right. That backward point is also in a gullyish position as well. Here's Stokes in. Angled that in towards the pads of Jai Richardson, who defends the ball to mid-on. There's no run. Interesting delivery to bowl when you just added a 3rd slip. Bluff. Some people use that wrong. Some people would say double bluff, but that's not the correct usage of the word. It's just a bluff. It's not a double bluff. It's a bluff. It's like you're intimating one thing and then you do the other. Double bluff would almost be like intimating one thing, the other person thinks you're going to do the other, but you end up doing the original thing that you were going to do. I don't know. I think you got what I meant. Anyway, here's Stokes into Jai Richardson, who manages to keep this one out as well, pushes the ball back to Stokes in his follow-through. Applause from the crowd in the MCG. It's been a good couple of days for tailenders getting applause. Scott Boland, what a lovely moment for him, opening the batting for Australia at the MCG on the Boxing Day test on Boxing Day. Jai Richardson's survived 4 balls. Can he survive a 5th and give Smith the chance to score a few more runs for Australia? The lead is still 164. Here's Stokes into Jai Richardson once again. Oh, again beats the outside edge. Lovely delivery. Just too good, really, for Jai Richardson, but equally, he survived. So just the 1 run from that over. That was Steve Smith's single off the first ball. Australia 122 for 9. England have bowled really well, used the conditions really well. And Australia, I'm gonna say it, they're in a spot of bother. It's only recent history that makes me think. It maybe it's a recency bias that makes me think that, it's hard to make England favourites in this circumstances, but they've put themselves in a weird spot here. England have a chance in Melbourne. Bryden Cast looking for a 5-wicket haul. He's got 4 for 25 from his 10 overs so far. He's got Steve Smith on strike. What he wants is to give him a single, get Jai Richardson on strike and try and knock him over. That's got to be the plan. There we go. Here's Cast into Smith, who makes a bit of room outside off and guides that ball down to deep third. Ollie Pope does the fielding. They run through for a single, I think. Did they take the single? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, Cast gets a go at Richardson. Lots of comments. We'll have a little look at them. And if you join the live stream, just a request, please do give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it as always. Thank you. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Anyway, here's 3 slips and a gully in place again as Bryden Cast runs in to Jai Richardson, looking to clean up this innings. Cast in. Oh, what a shot. Oh, Jai Richardson pulls the ball off a length out towards mid-wicket, slowing up on the outfield. It's not going to go for 4. A bit of a chase, though. And they'll get back for 3, I think. Yeah, they've made it back for 3. So Jai Richardson off the mark with full shot. I think he's probably thinking, what's all this fuss about? This pitch is fine for batting. Australia's lead now, 168. Well, if Jai Richardson can hang out there for a bit, and Steve Smith can keep scoring a few more runs, this could be excuse me, could be a telling partnership. England need to end this quickly. It was right off the middle of the bat as well, that one. Anyway, Cast into Smith, who's again making room outside stepping outside the leg stump, trying to carve the ball through the covers. This time he misses. as the ball goes through to the cover, no to the keeper, no run. Right. Bryden Cast, what are you made of? 5-wicket haul there for the taking at the MCG. Kind of achievement you remember forever. Cast on 4 with figures of 4 for 29 right now. And he comes now to Steve Smith. Full Smith drives slightly uppishly. A bit of a slice really out towards a deep third, and he'll just pick up a single. So Cast will get a chance to have a couple of deliveries at Jai Richardson. Australia 127 for 9. The lead 169. Now, I was listening to the coverage before I came on my live broadcast, and Sir Alistair Cook suggested 170. If England could keep Australia to 170, they'd be in with a strong chance of winning this game. Let's see if he's going to be right, because it's almost exactly that. Cast into Richardson. Oh, that is a glorious shot. Oh, my God. That is the best shot I've seen in this match. And it's been played by the Australian number 11, Jai Richardson. Overpitched from Bryden Cast and just driven so beautifully. An exquisite straight drive down the ground. Just overpitched, driven beautifully all the way along the ground. I think everybody in the ground was kind of like, oh, what a shot. In a match that's been lacking in proper cricket and old school technique, that shot shines. What a shot, Jai Richardson. He's on to 7. Run a ball 7 for Jai Richardson. That was that run included his 700th first-class run as a batter. His Cast into Richardson, who gets off his feet and defends that ball into the offside. Sort of Lambashane-esque, really. But anyway, dot ball to finish the over, but a good one for Australia. 9 runs coming from it, 131 for 9. The lead is 173. Right, comments. Jen says, I do know some leagues who only play 30 to 35 over games instead of 50. Yeah, fair enough. I do feel sorry for Jai Richardson. Can't really judge his bowling from this test unless he takes like 3 to 5 wickets. Yeah, I feel you, man. Like, I don't think you don't get the feeling he's part of long-term plans, but they probably wouldn't have given him a run in this game if they didn't think they were going to do more with him. This is true. Old Test cricket, their ancestors would be probably in their graves. It's not been a very conventional test in any way, shape, or form. 20 wickets falling on day one. It was weird just watching a bit of the bash afterwards. BBL felt more like proper cricket. Anyway, Steve Smith on strike. Stokes in again. And Smith just drives the ball wide of mid-off. They run through for a quick single. I think he was sort of looking for 2 or thinking about 2, but there was never really a second run there. So now Ben Stokes has a chance to bowl at Jai Richardson. Australia's lead is 174. It's steadily grown since lunch. England have got those first 3 wickets. They want to get this last one quickly. I can see Michael Neser and Marnus Lambashane messing about with some cricket balls. Brand new cricket balls. I think they've got like a box of balls there, yeah, and they're just messing around with them in the dugout, ready for another run on this pitch. Now, just messing around with his field a little bit is Ben Stokes, just trying to make sure he's got everybody where he wants him. He's got first, second, and third slip in place. No gully now. Just 3 slips. Fine leg is back, mid-off and mid-on inside the circle. Stokes in, and Richardson punches that ball off the back foot to mid-on, no run. As long as England can bat longer than 2 hours, they're a chance. Well, if they play sort of the conventional, what's become their convention, that aggressive style of cricket, 2 hours should be enough to make a dent. I don't know. I just think Australia has a lot of class with that ball. I don't know. Here's Ben Stokes. Figures a 2 for 24 from his 7.2 overs. Rattling in towards Richardson, who's skied this ball. It's gone a long way up in the air. Is this a chance? It is a chance. The catch is taken. It's Harry Brook who takes the catch. Richardson looking to go big, fails. Australia have been bowled out by England for 132 and that lead is 174. So England need 175 to win a test match on this in this series for the first time. They're 3-0 down. They have a chance to take that scoreline to 3-1. They can't win the series. And well, you are staying up, my guy. I think I am. I'm going to be up watching this for a while. It wasn't a great shot from Jai Richardson. I mean, you can't really blame him. He's coming in at number 11. But Stokes picks up a third wicket. Australia 132 all out. I mean, that's something of an achievement for this England side. They've really struggled to have the measure of this Australian team, particularly in the last 3 matches. But this time around, to bowl them out twice inside 2 days, that's pretty impressive. 175 runs to win. What is the required run rate? I think the required run rate, because there's 3 days to go, so that's 270 overs of cricket plus the 50 odd that are there today. I think the required run rate is less than half a run and over. I think the required run rate is 0.5. Ah, wish my phone wasn't on this thing. I would have tweeted that. The kind of tweet that gets a lot of reposts. That's good. That's a good. Do I remember my Twitter password? I could do it on here while I look at that. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody who's with me. I'm gonna just talk through the interval actually, because they're gonna do a quick turnaround. Do we think England are gonna do this? Do we think England can chase 175? I mean, I know you'd sort of make them odds-on favourites, but are they favourites? I don't know. What are the bookies saying? Do they make England favourites? Surely not. Surely not, right? No idea why Smith kept giving away the strike. See, this is interesting. I would have thought he would have farmed the strike as well. I'm glad you said that. I thought it was just me being silly, but surely you farmed the strike, right? In that circumstance? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the buffoon, but the way I look at it, you got your number 11 and you got to farm the strike, buddy. Sorry. I'm just trying to remember one of my many passwords. They are impossible. I'm only going to try this once. If not, Twitter can miss out on my Witter. And that worked. All right. Right. By the way, I used to tweet a lot about cricket. A lot about cricket. And then I sort of decided to do more YouTubing instead. I do still live tweet cricket stuff sometimes, but more often than not, I'd rather just do this nowadays. Nope, that was incorrect. Sorry, bear with me a minute. I know this can't be fun. We've texted you a login verification code. All right, hold on, there we go. Oh, can we remember that? Yeah, good. Sorry if you had to hear that noise because I'm live streaming off my phone. But I'm into Twitter for what that's worth. Anyway, let me know. What do you think? Can England chase down 175? Required run rate for England is hold on. Sorry, I know I went silent. I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, I just wanted to type this thing. I think it's a fun little thing. How do you do hashtags on MacBooks? Option? Yeah, there you go. It's option. Hashtag Ashes25. Dope. Okay. Good. We've done a tweet while we're on a live stream. Not bad. When I'm at home, what I do is I watch the game on the big screen, like on my television screen, and then I'll use my laptop, which I'm using to watch the game currently, to stream this on YouTube, and then I'll use my phone to live stream on TikTok. And just keep a whole ecosystem going. But if I had another device, I'd go on Instagram Live at the same time as well. If you don't already, please do follow my Instagram account. It's called Cricket with Aatif, and yeah, I'm just constantly posting things. Right, here's a question for anybody watching. Jen, you might know the answer to this. How many matches have been played entirely in a stadium with a roof? How many international matches have been played in their entirety in a stadium with a roof? Anyway, right. There's lots of comments. Let me read them all. Sorry, I just left them out a little bit. Let me read them all. Zero idea why Steve Smith. Yeah, we read that from Virat. Because we are bored. Virat. Also, batting will only get easier, i.e., hot tomorrow. I doubt this would go to day 3. Yeah. You know what? If England somehow win this, it only makes it worse for themselves if they start thinking that this still works. 1. Yeah, I think it's 1 as well. So I made a video that says it's 1, Jen, but somebody was telling me that I was wrong and there was a 3-match series between Australia and Pakistan that was played at the Dockland Stadium, the Marvel Stadium, whatever. But I seem to remember that they weren't played in their entirety with the roof closed. So I think I was still factually correct. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? It doesn't matter really. Yeah. Now, what's everybody saying on Twitter? Not a huge amount. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. England about to make their way out very shortly. This is exciting, lads. Very, very exciting. What do we think? What do we think? It would be very cool if they pulled it off. I just don't think they will. I just don't think they will. I still think Australia is going to win this game. That's my prediction, for what it's worth. Right? I mean, it'll be too soon. It's the Tassie Stadium's built. Yeah, of course, soon, for sure. It'll be roofed because of the crazy winds. Yeah. I mean, so there was issues with roofed stadiums because, like, the atmosphere is different. There's no reverse swing. There's no, like, whatever, Bowlers tended to hate that. So, by the way, I looked at the odds. Australia are only marginal outsiders. England heavy favorites. Not heavy, marginal favorites to win this game. It's only marginal. So, who knows? I think Australia will. I don't know. But I think Australia is going to win this game. I'd hate to be a bummer or anything like that, but just having watched England play in this series, I can just see Australia sort of going through them. I'm sorry. Right. Also, had there been 20 wickets in one day anywhere else, people would start saying that Test cricket is dead. Australia should be 13 for 1. Grr. 13 to 1. Grr. Yeah, they're not though. Yeah, you're right. There is a little bit of a double standard, and people, but there were people who did call it out. So, like Michael Vaughan, for example, said that it's a disgraceful pitch, and 20 wickets falling in a day doesn't speak very well for. I think same Oz for me too. Yeah, I think we're at you, me, and Jen. I think we're all on the same page. I think we all think Australia is going to win this game. Anybody disagree? Let us know. And by the way, if you're watching the live stream, thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. It helps me in the algorithm. And pushes me a little bit closer to monetization, which should be great. I'm looking forward to the T20 World Cup next year, which I may or may not be at. I don't know yet. But if the BBC send me, I won't do every game, and that means I'll have a chance to live stream some of those games as well, which will be fun. So, and then just general random games of cricket that I like. Mohammed Junaid, good show, bro. Thank you very much. I just want Boland to get a wicket. F everyone else. It's not because Australia are any better on this pitch. England are worse. Yeah. This is why it's hard to get excited about England's chances. I promise you, by the way, based on the success. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way, whoever gave that to me. I appreciate it. And if the rest of you want to follow suit, do so. But I promise you that there's England fans somewhere who are very excited about their chances of winning this game. They haven't learned the lessons of the last 3 tests. It should be cautious optimism. Anyway, sparkling water, lemon and lime. Cheers to you guys. Here we go. Let's watch some cricket. England's openers, Crawley and Duckett, have made their way out to the middle. I think. No, they're on the boundary edge. The Australian fielders have made their way out to the middle. There's a mini circus of people in the middle at the moment. The MCG. They've got to get off. Get off, mate. Some cricket to be played here. You know what? Just before they start, I'm going to have some crisps. I'm sorry if the noise irritates everybody. Just too engrossing to not snack. Are you not snacking? Are you snacking as well? This is extremely cheesy combo mix. That's what I'm having. It's fine. There's nobody near me, so I can destroy my breath. It's fine. All right, players making their way out. Umpires are out there, and there's batters. That was a quick turnaround, so maybe they want to rush a little bit. See Mitch Stark walking towards his mark. Right. And there's a chance that they win here, but you can't be sure with England. Crawley and Duckett have made their way to the middle. Duckett and Crawley have made their way back to the dressing room. Good lad. There's a kid, like a team mascot. Virat. There's a kid who's holding thingy. Hold on. Mohammed Junaid says Duckett gonna flunk again. I assume it seems to be a one-trick pony. That trick being the sweep shot. I think he's a good player. He's just in a bad run of form, man. Just in a bad run of form, and like playing the style of cricket that England are playing, it doesn't give you a lot of margin to improve because you're too, I don't know. I say that. I don't think he's going to do well here. I could be wrong. Let's see. Watch England win by 10 wickets and prove all of us wrong. Wouldn't that be something? Probably one thing I'm kind of disappointed in the series, there hasn't been a lot of swings. A lot of swings? As in the game? Like game swinging? Back and forth? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean literal swing? Anyway, Crawley's on his way out. Oh, they keep flashing his best score, don't they? With Zach Crawley, 267. I was there. I watched him make that 267. I'm a neutral, so I have no horses in this race. So just here for the love of it. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, I'm not a neutral, but I do enjoy good cricket. The ball, I'm with you. It hasn't swung as much. It's probably because it's had a roof on it. Just a joke. There's no roof on the MCG yet. Anyway, here we go. Stark's got the ball in his hand. Crawley's on strike. Here we go. First ball of the fourth innings, and it's only the second session of day 2. Here's Stark. Crawley misjudges the bounce. The ball strikes him a little bit high up on his pads and trickles into the offside. Mitch Stark picks up the ball himself in his follow-through and now walks back to his mark. I'll tell you about his field in a second, as soon as TNT Sports show it to me. Some of their coverage been questionable in the UK. I got a little glimpse of some clips online of the Fox coverage in Australia, and it's just so good, so much better, man. The roof would collapse in the MCG. It's massive. You'd have to come up with some kind of air pressure system like the Tokyo Dome in Japan. I don't know if you know about the Tokyo Dome, but it's a phenomenal feat of engineering. Anyway, here's Stark into Crawley. I see his field. I'll tell you in a second. As Crawley fends that ball away into the leg side. England off and running. 1 down, 174 to go. 174 more runs required. There's 3 slips and a gully in place for Stark to Crawley. I assume Duckett will get the same field, but we'll wait and see. England's target 175. Wow. A chance. A possibility. Excitement. Let's see. Right. Now it's Duckett's first delivery. Now, how's he going to start? Is he going to start aggressive? Is he going to be unsure of himself? Here comes Mitch Stark. Over pitching, outside leg has been flicked away to the square leg boundary for 4. Duckett off the mark with a boundary first ball. There we go. England racing already. 5 for no loss after 3 balls. England I think this is the right way to do it as well. They're a chance if they're not 3 for 8. Yeah. Yeah, well, 5 for no loss. Just over pitching a little bit, Mitch Stark. You'll forgive him that a little bit, but don't have a huge amount of runs to play with as well, Australia. So they've got to find a little bit of discipline early doors to put England under pressure. Stark into Duckett again. It's a short and wide outside the off stump and nearly gets a touch on that. Duckett looking to flay it away through the offside. Doesn't get anything on it as it goes through to the keeper. And Mitch Stark turns around. There's a big smile on his face as he's walking back to the top of his mark. And also Duckett, after having that play and a miss outside off, Actually, the ball went underneath the bat through to the keeper. He just sort of looked back guiltily and then looked up as well. As oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm not supposed to do that. Ben Duckett. Now, Mitch Stark has a very good record against Ben Duckett. The record he's improved on in this series. Can he further improve it? Here's Stark into Duckett. Oh, the ball swings away sharply. Duckett pulls his bat inside the line of it. No run. Hey, only 3 more runs for that. And I mean, sorry guys, what does it say? What was that? Sorry guys, what? We are only allowed to play this session. Need 8.7 runs per over, please. The England approach, huh? 8.7 runs. Does that get them to victory in this session? Sorry, I'm having more crisps. It's too exciting. Too exciting. Yeah, it's a lovely delivery that from Mitch Stark. Deviation. He's taking it further away from the left-handed. Only just by 3 centimeters, it shows. The deviation. Stark into Duckett again, who comes down the track looking to drive the ball. Stark pushes it wide of the crease a little bit. Duckett still went chasing, didn't get anything on it. It's a dot ball after all that. So, England, if we're just going by scores, so far so good. 5 for no loss after 1 over. They need 170 more to win this game. Those of you watching, I'm going to keep taking straw polls. How are you feeling? Do we think England are going to win? Do we think they're going to get over the line? Wait and see. Everyone looks a little bit nervous. The first time England have had like a sort of victory in sight in this series. The first time they sort of look like they can and they should. But will they? That's the question. Michael Neser, he got 4 for 45 in the first innings. Sorry, why are there so many slips? This is the power play. Every time I see him bowl, it feels he's only getting younger. Yeah. That could apply to Stark or Neser. Neser in. Excellent length first ball. Left alone by Crawley, though, as it goes through to the keeper. No run. Yeah, Michael Neser. He's got a sort of caveman beard. You know what he looks like? Have you seen that Quentin Tarantino film, Inglourious Bastards? The lumberjack, the French lumberjack at the start of that film. That's who Michael Neser looks like. That's who he looks like to me with his sort of scruffy beard. The lumberjack from Inglourious. I don't know. If you've seen it, you might see the reference, or you might say I'm off base. I don't know. Yeah, we're after. Yeah. You'll feel me. Neser in, driven by Crawley, but straight to extra cover. No run. Neser doesn't bowl at a tremendous pace, just under 130 k's per hour, but he finds a good area very quickly. And he's taken 10 wickets in this series, at an average of 13. If he did that in this innings, and he took all 10 wickets at an average of 13, England would be 130 all out. So that's why I'm telling you, no one is counting any chickens yet. Neser in again to Crawley, who comes down the track. He's gone after this, lofted it down the ground, not with perfect connections, trickling down towards the long on boundary. Fielder gives chase, gets the throwback. I think they'll pick up 2. But the intent is very clear. I think they're going for it. Wow. Michael Neser's pace must be a little bit tempting as well. Although I remember Tom Curran bowling to Babar Azam yesterday in the Bash. He wasn't bowling at tremendous pace. And anyway, Neser in. Better line. Left alone this time by Crawley. Showing a bit of respect. That didn't even make it halfway point to the boundary. Yeah. Perfect day for baseball. No one's really made the perfect connection this match. There's an element of that. Also, I think there is a slow outfield, unseasonable weather at the MCG. Or so they tell me. Never been. And that might be the only way to bat here, is to go after it. Crawley's gone after that one again from Neser, pulled it away out towards fine leg. Should pick up another couple here. They do. Looking to be aggressive. England. Crawley on 4 off 7, Duckett on 4 off 4. It was a little bit short, but not really that short. A bit too straight, maybe, from Nisa. I want to stay on that channel outside off. England, 9 for no loss. Need 166 more runs to win this match. Still have 10 wickets in hand. Nisa into Crawley. Again, defends this ball into the onside, no run. Remember, only marginal favourites, England. According to odds makers. That might have changed a little bit after those first 2 overs, I don't know. You get the feeling a wicket's not a million miles away, though. It's a high-risk strategy at the best of times. Certainly, on a pitch that's offered so much assistance to the bowlers. I reckon, F it, just bring everyone in. Well, you don't have a lot of... By the way, sorry, this is important. England are winless in their past 18 tests in Australia. England haven't won a test in 18 tests in Australia. So if they won here, they'll be breaking a big sequence. Long way to go still. Stark in this series has taken 24 wickets at an average of 16.5. Right, he's about to bowl, so I'll read the comments in a sec. In he comes to Ben Duckett. Oh, again goes after a wideish one. It's a tempting length, and he's never really said no to any of them as Duckett. Dot ball. All right, what are you saying? Virat. They said 3 for 2 would be good. 3-2 would be a good series. They're not far away from the first one. Just trying to jinx it here. Don't mind me. Right. I just want a close game, like an exciting game. I think it'd be great to see them win, actually. It just makes things interesting. Regarding the World Test Cricket Championship, wouldn't a big wicket give England a lot of points? A big win would give England some points. But not a lot, and not really enough to get in contention, to be honest, at this stage. As Stark is in, this is on a leg stump line, flicked away out towards square leg. That's going to go to the boundary for 4. England have started really well here. Just put the loose ones away. And they've been given too many loose ones by Australia as well. England 13 for no loss. Halfway through the 3rd over. Sorry, big win. Yes, I feel you. I know what you mean. A big win. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be in the mix for that at all, mate, to be honest with you, the next World Test Championship. I think Australia, South Africa, New Zealand at the top of that table. It's going to take some toppling. India might have a sort of shot at that realistically, but England a long way away from that. But they're not after it, they said. Yeah, that's true as well, Virat. Here's Stark in. Oh, lovely delivery, just shaping away again from Duckett. Keeps his bat inside the line of that. Good pace from Stark as well. 146.3 kilometers per hour. Well, just had a look at it again. Pitches in line and deviates away. Getting some excellent movement when they stay on the right channel. Do we think Australia are under pressure here? A little bit. They rattled? A little bit? I don't know. They can't be feeling bullish, surely. Maybe they are. I don't know. Stark into Duckett. Full. Oh my goodness. That was so close to the outside edge. Mitchell Stark has a sort of a smile of resignation on his face. Duckett came down the track, looked to drive that ball. Nearly took his off stump as well as his outside edge. It was very, very close, but in the end it took nothing. Very lucky to survive. That was Ben Duckett. Let's have a look. What'd you say? They're not after it because they'd rather make buckaroos in the T20s and the T10s. I reckon Australia has 0 Fs. Right. Here's Stark. Into Duckett. This is down the leg side. Oh, back to the bowler. Oh, he's put it down. That was a chance for a caught and bowled. Oh, my goodness. So Duckett was looking to flick it away into the onside. Got a leading edge back towards the bowler, who responded ever so slightly slowly. And the ball just held tantalizingly in the air for a moment and just dropped short of Mitchell Stark in his follow through. I think he got his hands to it as well. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, just chipped back towards him. Full length dive in front of him. Gets his hands to it. And just can't get him underneath it. Just dying in front of him. Oh, just fingertips to it. Sort of half a chance. And that's the thing. You're always going to have half a chance on this surface. Now then, 2 slips in the gully still in place. Stark into Duckett. Short and wide. It's been hammered over the covers. There's a fielder out there, so it doesn't go very far. I think I'll pick up 1. Will they come back for 2? No, they came back for 2. Good running again from England. I think Australia got to tighten that stuff up. 6 runs off the over. England, 15 for no loss after 3, which means they need 160 more to win this test match. I've got to tell you, very possible. Very possible. Yeah. I still think Australia will probably win this game. I think. Hold on. I have to read some of those comments. We're talking about India now. In the comments. We're all over the place. By we, you mean India. With Cody retiring, no fixed spots, and it seems like no one can play spin at all. What do you mean? Believe in Jaiswal, says Jen. Virat says, I do, man, I do. Or just have a dirty laundry on Cody and blackmail him. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of a rebuilding phase for India, maybe, but so much talent there, man. You can never rule them out of anything. Nisa in, and keeper standing up for their stumps. Full and smack down the ground. Is that a 6? I think it's gone all the way for 6 down the ground, but from Crawley. It's pretty full. Is it just inside the rope? No, it's been confirmed as a 6. Big shot from Zach Crawley. Well, England's intent very, very clear here. Sort of there for it. Michael Nisa. Nothing more than a length ball, just a little bit of movement. Zach Crawley's went after it and hit the ball straight into the advertising screens on the end of the ground. Steve Smith did not enjoy that. He's doing the teapot. And England, 21 for no loss. Need 154 more runs to win. Here's Nisa in again. Driven off the back foot by Crawley out towards deep extra cover. I think this is going to be 4 more. It is. Back-to-back boundaries for Zach Crawley. The Barmy Army waving their flags, waving their arms. They're loving this. England 25 for no loss. And really racing at this point. Michael Nisa gone for 10 in this over so far. Just 2 balls into it. 2 exquisite shots from Zach Crawley as well. Not too much risk attached to them. The first one was lofted down the ground for sure, but he was very much in control of the shot. Good shape as he played it. And the second one straight into the ground and out towards the deep cover boundary for 4. So this is promising, exciting, all of the above. It could be. I mean, they bat like this. It would be done in this session, I think. We joked about it earlier, but yeah. 150 runs more required. 150 more runs required, I should say. 40 minutes left in the session. Nah, not this session. It's not going to happen this session. Anyway, Nisa into Crawley. Back foot, punches this ball straight to cover this time. No run. No run. Wow. This is very exciting now. England in control of this test. How often have we said that? England in control with victory in sight. We've not had to say that for a long time. It'll be interesting to see how Boland goes here. Yeah, it will be. It'll be interesting to see how long Steve Smith waits to get him in the action. It's only Nisa's second over, to be fair. And he comes again to Zach Crawley. He works this ball off his hips out towards square leg. They pick up another single. 25 for no loss, England. 26, I beg your pardon, for no loss, England so far. 149 needed to win. Well, imagine if these two can hang in there until England need just double figures rather than triple figures. Then you'd say victory in sight. I don't know what those odds are. What were those odds before? They've probably swung dramatically already, I imagine. In Australia, I think 3-1. I don't know how the decimal thing works. I think Australia 3-1. Anyway, down the track. Oh, steps across his stumps this time. Does Duckett looking to ramp the ball to the divine leg boundary for 4. Unusual choice of shot. Well, not really, not for him or England, but in the circumstances. Nisa was just nearly got through him actually there. He was looking for the ramp shot, and actually, I think Alex Carey, the keeper, was caught off guard by that attempted ramp shot. He didn't connect either way, but he also didn't take it very cleanly behind the stumps. Didn't take it at all. So if he's lucky he didn't get any bat on that, would have been a drop catch. Here's Michael Nisa. into Ben Duckett. Oh! Well, I got a little inside edge onto his pads. That's what saved him really in the end, because that would have been stone cold LBW. 11 runs off that over. England, 26 without loss. They need 149 more to win their first test match in Australia in 18 attempts. Yeah, it's been a lean run for England. A big chance to correct it at Melbourne. Can they do it? Will they do it? We'll wait and see. It's been a very good start. I think everybody will concede it's been a very good start. Debraj, how are you, buddy? Good morning from Kolkata. Finally, England have a chance to salvage some pride. Hope they bat sensibly and wrap up the fourth test. There we go. We got some England support in the house now. Well, they've started well, haven't they, Debraj? They've started really well. Please do excuse me snacking. Just, I have to. Excited. It's one of the only perks of doing it on my own YouTube channel, not on the BBC. I can eat and drink while I do it. Right, Stark in for a third over. 3 slips in a gully. Crawley on strike. Here's Stark. Oh, swinging delivery nearly knocks over the off stump. Came back into the right-handed Crawley, who went for a big booming drive. He missed, and lucky for him, Stark missed the stumps. Was shaping back in towards the stumps, though. Excellent swing on that from lovely shape on that delivery from Mitch Stark. Just looking at the seam position as well. Superb. Superb. England haven't held back. They've been going for their shots and trying to do the thing that got them where they are in world cricket. Built that confidence, built that reputation. Right, here's Stark. In again to Crawley. Oh, big appeal for LBW. That looks kind of straight unless he's got bat on it. They've run through for a leg by. Well, actually, we don't know if it's a leg by yet or not. The umpire's not going to give a signal until after the DRS timer goes to 0. There's a big appeal for LBW. It definitely struck him on the pad. Right, are you sure, says Steve Smith. Are they going to go through the review? 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left, 3 seconds. There we go. Steve Smith has taken the review. Now, is there a signal from the umpire for leg buys or bat or anything? Is umpire Kumar Dharmasena? The decision's been reviewed. In a second, TV umpire Ehsan Raza is going to come into play and decide whether or not that is a wicket or not. England 26 for no loss at the moment. The target 175 looks straight to me. Looked pretty straight to me as well. We're at maybe there's bat involved. I think that's the only. Oh no, it's got to be pitching outside leg. Got to be pitching outside leg. I think I'm pretty confident that's pitching outside leg, and that's why the umpire wasn't interested. And yeah, it's got to be pitching outside leg, definitely. They're looking at Snicko. I don't think they need to look at Snicko. That's pitching outside leg. We can move on with our lives. It's pitching outside leg, bud. Boys, it's pitching outside leg. Let's move on with our lives. No, I'm so wrong. It's pitching in line. And it was the impact was umpire's call, and the wickets were umpire's call, so he is not out, but it wasn't pitching outside leg. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. Sorry, guys. It's late. Okay, that's my only excuse. That was a proper... I got that one massively wrong. It's 3:33 in the morning, okay? I'm not the umpire. I'm sitting eating extremely cheesy combo mix. Sorry. Well, not sorry. Leg by for England. 27 for no loss. 148 more runs needed to win their first test of this series. Their first test in Australia in 18 attempts. Here's Stark in. A drive from Duckett. Back past the bowler. Over the non-striker's head. He hasn't timed it well enough to get into the boundary. But they'll get back for 2 runs. And they're finding runs with frequency at the moment. England going at over a run a ball. 29 for no loss after 4.3 overs. 146 needed to win. Crawley on 15. Duckett on 12. It is more like the England... in terms of execution, at least, that their fans have wanted to see. A really impressive duck at the non-striker's end, actually, from Zach Crawley. He's got underneath it. He's a big old dude as well. He had to duck a long way to get down. Now, Duckett on 12 of 13. England need 146 more runs to win this match. Here's Stark into Duckett. Full, strikes him on the pad, but it's going down the leg side. So, a slips appeal, but Stark himself does not. England 146 runs away. With each of these runs, they believe a little bit more. Keep believing a little bit more that they can do this. If you've joined the live stream, thank you so much. I'm going to guide you through to the end of, I think, what will be the end of this game. Please do give me a thumbs up if you joined for the first time. It'd be lovely to get that thumbs up counter up to the 10s if possible. It's currently on 4, but if you can give me a thumbs up for this video, it really does help me out in the algorithms. I'd appreciate it. And I will read some of the comments after this over as well. Right. Mitch Stark. 2 slips in a gully in place into Duckett, who goes after this, cuts it hard. A little bit of protection at deep backward point, but he's got to run round. And they'll get back for 2 more. The run still coming with frequency for England. 31 for no loss. 1 ball to come in the 5th over of this innings. England need 144 more to win this game. Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? Yeah, remember, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you. Much appreciated. And I'll read those comments at the end of this over. 1 more ball to come. And as they keep reminding me in the broadcast, England winless in their past 18 tests in Australia. So we could be seeing the breaking of a streak. Could be. Let's see. Stark into Duckett, full. Duckett punches this ball slightly over pitch, and he just punched it out towards the mid-wicket boundary. Again, it's going to slow up a long way inside that boundary. They should be able to get back for 3 here. Will they get back for 3? I think they do, yeah. 3 runs, well run by this pair. Duckett onto 17, Crawley onto 15. England 34 for no loss. 141 runs needed to win. Well, what do we think, guys and girls? Let me know in the comments if you think England's going to win. Tell me that. If you think Australia's going to win, what do you think? What's going to happen? Right. Now, let's have a look. No, that is a sackable offence, mate. Calling the wrong thing. Either retire or you get sacked. Listen, I've done a lot worse before. I promise you. 176 is a really low T20 score, to be fair. Nah, it's an average score with how the game has moved on. I meant England winless in their last 18 tests. Meanwhile, TNT dreadful since the start of the series. Yeah. TNT Sports. Well, you know what? I like some of the broadcasters on there. I like Finney. Finney's outstanding. Oh, there's Debraj. Hey, good. It's good to see you munch on one of my fave cheesy chips, as I can clearly see. They're great. What'd you say? The rest of that comment. While you're commentating, for sure. It's not commentary, is it? It is commentary. It's more the sort of internet form of commentary. Nisa in. Oh my God, he's gone after it. Duckett. It's gone a long way up in the air and over. No. Couple of bounces into the advertising sponge at deep third for 4. The runs are flying for England here. What is going on? This is bizarro world. Andrew Chewy, England may win a test. Yes, they may. TF, why did they change the field? Yeah. Well, there was a deep third in place before there, wasn't there? I don't know. They're fiddling with the field a little bit, Steve Smith. Well, England won't mind. Their fans are excited. Everyone's behind last over. Yeah. Now he's got fielders in front of square, protecting the single. Later stream than usual out there. Morning. Good morning, Wakas. I did the second session today because I was performing in, where was I today? Feels like a million years ago. I'll come back to that in a second. Nisa in. As Duckett steps across his stumps, ramps it for 6. Wow. He ramped it for 6. No. Yes, it was 6. 4 first ball, 6 second ball. England are flying. 44 for no loss. 44 for no loss. 131 runs needed. More runs needed to win this test. Wow, what a shot. I feel like he's been trying to connect with that for the last, 4 matches, and he's finally just finding it. Salams. Oh, no, the snacks are out. Yep, there are. Where in the world are you today? Last time it was Cardiff. Andrew, I am currently in Luton. Nisa in, and Duckett defends the ball back to the bowler, no run. I'm in Luton. I was performing earlier today in Croydon, and then back to the hotel. But it's a long drive from Croydon to Luton. And the show finished late as well. So first session, I was watching it in the car, and now I'm here. So let's do it. Relax, guys. You want Zimbabwe. England can win a test. Listen, Zimbabwe can win a test as well. I will not hear any besmirching of the Zimbabwe team. Lots of comments. I'm going to try and get through all of these. I'm sorry if I missed any of them out. The next ball's just been gently played into the onside by Duckett. Picks up another single. 28 of 22 Duckett's on at the moment. Where has this Duckett been? Where has this Ben Duckett been for England? Anyway, England 45 for no loss. Nah, they need 130 more to win this game. And I don't know where this Noosa place is, but send him back there. It's obviously done good for him. They can, but just not in Australia, lol, says Wakas. 18 tries later. Yeah, man. I mean, worse teams have gone to Australia and had worse runs than that, to be fair. I should say, sorry, the other way around. Better teams have done that. As that ball strikes him on the pad. Be careful in Luton. I'm fine, mate. Don't worry. I'm all good. I got a beard trim in Luton earlier. It's not bad. Yeah. Got a few more dates left on the tour. Still to go. Got Slough and Oxford. Yeah, a few other game wrapped in 2 days. I don't know what I'd do for the remaining however many days are left for before the 5th. Nisa in. Ooh, strikes Crawley on the pad. A few appeals from behind the stumps, but not with any major conviction. It's the end of the over. 11 runs off it. England absolutely rocketing. They're going at a lot. 45 for no loss after 6 overs. There's always a possibility that this approach, was eventually going to work. It's just happened 3 matches late. It's all right. We will gladly take the series win and the Ashes for the next 2 years. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I think England, I don't know. Do they get a stay of execution? Everybody that's flopped in the first 3 tests, if they come back and win the next 2. And probably the next 2 years after that, yeah. If England do win the next 2, Wakas, are you an Aussie Jin? How can you not know already, Wakas? Obviously, it's an Australian. Obviously, mate. Good lad. Right. Ben Duckett is 1 run away from 3,000 runs in Test cricket. Here's Stark into Duckett, who watchfully plays a swinging delivery into the offside, no run. Yeah, just a little bit of that, guys. Just a little bit of that defensive play. It's not a bad thing. What time is it? I think that there's breakfast at this hotel at 5 o'clock in the morning. Boo louder, we can't hear you at the top. You know, Aussie Gen, boo louder, we can't hear you at the top. Very good. Bants, lads. Bants. Bants in the comments. Right, anyway, Stark into Ben Duckett. Oh, goes for a big booming drive again, misses. See, anything sort of wide outside off stump, Duckett's chased every single time. Not once has he left it. Not once. Just sort of foolish and just swinging away from him. He doesn't really take a step towards it either. He just sort of lunges at it. And this can't be the way to do it. If you throw shiz at the wall long enough, some of that would stick. That's how this game is. Just nothing personal, haha, unless it's Duckett. This appropriate Ratker? What? This approach, rather. Sorry, okay, yeah. Quick typing. I know what you're doing, don't worry. Here's Mitch Stark into Ben Duckett. Ooh, again, looking to turn that into the onside, but just gets a leading edge back to the bowler on the bounce. No run. England 45 for no loss. Have made a very good start to this chase. 130 more runs, and they're home. They've done it. They've recorded a victory in 2 days at the MCG. No one saw that coming. Even after people looked at that pitch, nobody saw that coming. I promise you. If they tell you they saw that coming, they're liars. 2 slips in a gully. Still there for Mitch Stark. And I'll tell you something, though. Right now, it looks good, all rosy for England, but 1 wicket falls. Yeah. Oh, gosh, what? 4 days sold out. The first 4 days sold out the MCG. Maybe make a more sporting pitch. Although, whatever pitch they made, this could have happened. Here's Stark in, driven nicely by Duckett. Again, it's a very slow outfield, so it's not going to make the boundary. They should pick up 2 here, maybe even 3. Big chase for Travis Head now. They settle for 2. Right, down deep, says Bazball is working. Wakar says, well done to those who bought day 4 tickets. For England, it has been 1 brings 10. Says Virat, 9 even. Right, those 2 runs have taken Ben Duckett past 3,000, and all the 3,000 runs in Test cricket. All the Barmy Army applaud him. They put it on the big screen in the stadium as well. Ben Duckett, 3,000 runs in Test matches. He's done it in his 42nd Test, averaging over 40 with 6 tons to his name. Excellent player is Ben Duckett, according to the numbers, despite his recent run of form. Remains a good player. Here's Stark into Duckett, short and cut nicely by Duckett. That's going to go to the backward point boundary for 4. It looks like he's building in confidence every ball he faces. He's on to 34 now. It's Ben Duckett of 25 deliveries. And England now only need 124 more. I want to see a reverse paddle. You might get to see one, Wakas. 50 up for England as well. 51 for no loss. This is classic Bazball. Classic aggressive play from England. Or as they call it, positive play. And it's paying off for the first time in a long time. It's paying off for England. And again, just a request, if you've just joined the stream, if you're enjoying the stream, please do give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out in the algorithms. Anyway, Stark into Duckett. Bowled him! Oh, that was a stunning delivery. That was full, that was fast, 143 kilometers per hour. And Duckett, just as he was looking good, just as he was starting to build that confidence, is done in by a Mitch Stark snorter. Full fast Yorker, basically, at the base of the stumps. Bills go flying everywhere. Let's have another look at it. And just short of a Yorker, just a smidge short of a Yorker length. But Duckett just done in by the pace there a little bit. Maybe the changing of the length surprised him, but he has to go. Good start, though. He provided the start, did Ben Duckett. He goes for 34 off 26 deliveries. Australia, they're still there. It's not over yet. 124 runs needed for England. They've got 9 wickets in hand. They're 51 for 1. My goodness, that was something special. Like, a bunch of comments came through, so let's read them all. And while I'm doing that, please give me a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. I'm sorry for going on about it, but it really helps me out. Right. Down Deep says, got him. Andrew Chewy says, what a ball. Virat, man. Vakar says, that was a Wasim Akram special. And Jen says, we need some Yorkers. This is a T20 match. Virat says, ha ha ha. And Jen says, we have 15 more minutes. Well, listen. Let me be very clear. I'm obviously going to come back and do a live stream for the next session as well. I can't go to sleep. What am I going to do? Go to bed? Go to sleep? No chance. I will do a live stream for the next session as well. I got to, man. Could be the last one for this test. And we'll have to wait till the new year, till the next one. Into the tail now, says Wakas. Bryden Cars has come out at 3. It's so bizarre. Why has Bryden Cast come out at 3? What's... Anyone explain that logic to me? Go on, anyone. This is weird. Just why? Why is Bryden... What even is this test match? Anyway, Jai Richardson is into the attack. He's going to bowl to Zach Crawley for now. Oh, lovely length. Outside off, just leaves Crawley, goes through to the keeper. Cast lol, says Wakas. Jen says his cast out. Yes, he is. Wakas says day watchman. What in the Gotham Gambhir is this? Says Virat. Session watchman lol, says Wakas. And that first ball from Jai Richardson, which I said was good. My God, that was a big overstep. It's a no ball. Umpire signal no ball. And he overstepped by a big margin there. That was weird. Yeah, you both said session watchman. Hold on, lads. But there's still like 20 minutes to go. Richardson into Crawley. Punches this ball off the back foot into that backward point region. They'll run through for a single. So now we get to see Richardson versus Cass. Bryden Cass has walked out at 3. Hold on, just got to check something. This is interesting. Crick Info thinks it's Jacob Bethel, by the way. It's not Jacob Bethel. It's Bryden Cass. Crick Info has Jacob Bethel on their page. They've made a massive mistake. I mean, it's not a huge deal, I suppose, but it's a mistake, and you sort of expect better from ESPN Crick Info, don't you? Anyway, Richardson in, down the track comes Cass, and he tried to send that ball from Melbourne to Sydney. He missed. That was a heck of a shot to attempt on your first ball. What did Brendan McCullum say? What kind of briefing did he get? Like, what has he been told? I don't understand. What makes a player in this position come out first ball and have a sort of a blind golf swing? Is that why they like golf so much? Okay, when is this Richardson's first spell of this test? I think it might be, you know. He said he might be. Okay, when Cask gets out, do you bring out Bethel or do you drop him down? He said more of the same, lads. Thanks, guys. Anyway, Richardson in. Cask waits on this and guides the ball gently out towards a deep backward point. They'll pick up a single, so Cask is off the mark. It's sort of a limited overs game shot that, but at least it was better than the attempted hoik down the ground, which was pointless and just silly. Rush of blood, I don't know, excitement. England need 121 runs to win this game now, so they're definitely in the mix. Bride on Cask. Hold on, just want to get that tweet out there. The next ball, Richardson. Not tweet, Twitter post. Anyway, Richardson into Crawley, who pulls this ball aerially out towards deep mid wicket. He'll pick up another single. 55 for 120 runs needed. What is this test match? Oh, no. I've pressed a button. Option, not command. Okay. Now then, Richardson. Feels like a long over this, doesn't it? And he comes to Bryden Cast. 2 slips in place. He bowls. Oh! Inside edge onto the pads, which trickles out towards backward point. And it's far away enough from the fielders for them to get through for another single. England batting with more confidence than a team that's been rolled recently quite often should. That's a very complex sentence, but I feel like you might have followed me. England 56 for 1 ball to come in the 8th over, and they need 119 more to win their test match. Wakas has got some comment. Hold on, I'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's watch this last ball first. Jai Richardson into Crawley. Oh, goes between bat and pad and past the off stump. It's a good ball to finish the over from Jai Richardson. 56 for 1 England. 119 more required. Right, let's read some of your comments. Let's get through all of them, okay? Okay, when Virat says, I assume he was told to swing it hard, get some runs off the target. Waka says, if at first you fail, try again and keep failing, lol. Waka says, Aatif, what do Bazball and Desi parents have in common? What do Bazball and Desi parents have in common? Tell me, Wakas. The end of that joke, tell me. Very interesting stuff. What a day of Test cricket. Yeah, just don't know how to read it, really. Right, anyway. They both try to beat their way through tough times. I don't think Virat enjoyed that joke. Or maybe it was a PTSD thing, I don't know. Anyway, Stark into Cast, who makes a bit of room by stepping outside leg and plows the ball aerially out towards Jai Richardson at cow corner on the bounce. They'll take a single. So Bryden Cast has clearly been given some kind of brief, which is along the lines of go out there and swing, boy, swing. Because that's a cool emoji. I want that. Where do you get that emoji from? I don't think I have that emoji. Maybe I've never found it before. That's a good one. Anyway, thanks everybody for being with me on the stream. I hope you're enjoying it. I don't know how many of you are second screening it or just relying on me for all the information, but I'll try and keep you updated. Stark got figures of 1 for 24 from his 4.1 overs so far. And he comes to Crawley, who looks for a drive. The ball goes past his outside edge through to the keeper. And Stark grits his teeth a little bit and turns back to his man. He's not going to get any time off for a while. Who is this? Why am I getting WhatsApps? Oh. Okay, it's fine. It's important. And that's a good T20 spell. What you mean, says Virat. It's not bad, isn't it? 1 for 24 from 4.4 overs. Yeah, you'll take that most of the time. Run a ball in T20 game. 57 for 1 England. 118 more needed to win. Right. Bryden Cast Crawley facing to Stark. Who mistimes a drive to mid-on. There is no run. There is how long is there? About 15 minutes to go till tea. So I think we're going to see a result today. I think definitely going to see a result today. Yeah. Cheers, gang. Anyway, 57 for 1. Mitch Stark 1 for 24 from his 4.3. I just think I've seen enough cricket to know that this is not done. This is not a done deal by any stretch, mate. By a long shot. Here's Stark into Crawley again. Oh, God, he chipped that up in the air. It fell just short of mid-on. and they thought about taking the single as well. They didn't take it in the end. It's a dot ball. He wasn't in control of that at all, Zach Crawley. It's exciting, isn't it? Not bad. Not a bad test at all. I mean, some people will tell you it's a terrible test. 143 still. Hold on, what is that? What's Westwood saying? Got to give it to Stark bowling rockets at his age. Yeah, 143 kilometers per hour. He's got a really nice action. You know, Wasim Akram was analyzing it the other day and talking about what makes him such a great bowler still. And he went into the action stuff, which I thought was very, very informative and insightful. This is full and dug out by Crawley. There's an element of alertness there from Crawley, just a little bit of almost desperation, just jabbed the bat down on that ball, even though it was wide of off stump and he wasn't really in any danger of being bowled out. Super fit though, yeah, super fit, absolutely. Sort of a compact-ish action, the kind of action that minimizes the risks of stress fractures and things like that. It's very repeatable as long as you keep in shape, which he clearly has done. Two athletes in that relationship, two Australian players. His wife, obviously, multiple-time World Cup winner with Australia. Excuse me, need some more water. Anyway, Stark into Crawley, who drives slightly uppishly but wide of mid-off. That might go to the boundary for 4. Even on this slow outfield, it does. Aggressive-looking drive from Crawley, who then inspects the middle of his bat. It's not your bat, mate. It's just the outfield. It was a good over from Stark, but it ended with a boundary. England 61 for 1 after 9 overs. 114 runs needed to win. They're chipping away at that total, and they're chipping away quickly. I say chipping, they're more like they're taking an axe to it. What is it? What kind of axe am I thinking? Is an axe, right? I'm thinking of an axe. I don't know. If I seem unintelligible at any point, please do forgive me. It is 3:57 a.m. in the UK. Nearly breakfast time at this hotel where I'm staying. Get some scrambled eggs and beans in a bit. Oh, it's lovely. So nice. Scramby egg and beans. Maybe some sourdough toast and a croissant. Anyway, I'll read that. Here's Richardson into Cars, who again has a wild swing at that. Cars is playing baseball. Cars is playing a combination of baseball and golf. He's definitely not playing cricket, I can tell you that. Just really bizarre. Right, what are all of these comments? We're at Love Healy, great insights, great player, absolutely. Literally chipping away, says Wakas. Plenty of aerial shots because of the pitch. Yeah, but just you got to keep some semblance of a cricket shot, right? Like just try and hold your shape a little bit. And you'd feel a right doodah, wouldn't you, if you just skied one and now you're 2 down, or you lose a wicket. I don't know. Maybe England are happy to factor that in. I don't know. Anyway, there's just the one slip in place now. Richardson into Cass, who this time rather watchfully plays the ball just behind square on the offside, picks up a single. It's so incongruous every shot he plays. Hold on, I'll read that in a bit. Right, just looking at the weight transfer from Zach Crawley when he drives. I don't know, that weight transfer graphic does nothing for me, if I'm honest with you. It doesn't really add much, apart from tell you how technical the shot is. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, Crawley's on 21 of 25, batting well. He's on strike. It's Jai Richardson. He's in once again. Crawley drives. I think there is protection out in the deep now. There is. So it'll just be a single. England 63 for 1. Now need 112 more to win this game. Oh, lol. Swan is the most annoying commentator of all time. No comments offered. Look, I am a cricket commentator, so I never ever, crap on any other cricket commentators as a rule. I try never to do that. Just don't want to look bitter or anything like that. But I do have my favorites, and those who I'm not as fond of. Um, I've never worked with Graham Swan, I can tell you that much. He's never been on the BBC, certainly not while I've been there. Anyway, Richardson into Bryden Cast, who's gone off, finally connected with one. He's gone down the ground, and just a couple of bounces to Scott Boland, who's run round to from a sort of long on position to a sort of cow corner position. And I think they've taken two. Yeah, they've taken 2 runs. So Cast on to 6. England need 110 more to win this game. They're 65 for 1. And I'll read all the comments that are outstanding at the end of this over. Jai Richardson. Figures of 0 for 9 from his 1.4. There's a long on in place. There's a cover. There's 2 slips. Mid wicket is close. There's a deep mid wicket as well and a fine leg. Here's Richardson into Bryden Cast again, who's again gone after it. It's gone a long way up in the air towards the third region, and the catch is taken. That's been coming a long time. That's been coming a very long time. Jai Richardson has the wicket. England lose a second wicket. There's a really bizarre experiment to send Cast up the order, and it's failed. I think it's fair to say. 65 for 2 England. Still need 110 more to win this match, and now they've got 8 wickets to do it with. And for me, just didn't make any sense. Just send your guy, man. You got Jacob Bethel. It's not like he's not an aggressive batter. Anyway, since that wicket's fallen, Bryden Cast goes for 6 off 9. England 65 for 2, 110 more runs required. Let's read the comments that are left behind. Healy, we're on that English TNT commentary. No, the podcast. Oh, lol, Swan is the most annoying. Hey, man, I hope you never get to hear Star Sports Hindi. It's not that bad. He's not as good as you, Aatif. Thank you, Wakas. You should be on TNT, Aatif. I'm assuming Tongue is next. Lol, odd decision to say the least. Yeah, for sure. Oh, dude, I've like, it's very complicated. I'll take you through the reason why I am and am not on certain broadcasts of cricket. But it's just, you don't need to worry about that. What I'll say to you is, I'm very grateful to get the gigs that the BBC gives me. And I'm enjoying watching this Ashes just as a punter this season. It's Bethel, lads. It is Bethel. I can see Jacob Bethel's made his way out. Number 82. Left-hander, marking out his guard. One ball of Richardson to come in this over. About 8. So. Oh, I think my feed just cut out there for a moment. Apologies for that. I don't know. Maybe I'm draining too much Wi-Fi. I don't know. It's Luton. How good could the Wi-Fi really be? Anyway, Richardson into Jacob Bethel. 2 slips in, a gully in place, and good delivery from Richardson, angled in towards the body of Bethel, who sways out of the way like Neo from the Matrix. That ball goes through to the keeper, and it's been signalled a no ball by the umpire. Yeah, overstepping quite comfortably. It's not as bad as the one we saw earlier, but he did overstep quite comfortably, and he sort of knew that he'd overstepped because he didn't sort of have the body language of a bowler who knew his over was done. Maybe, and we saw how that overstepping worked out for England a little bit earlier, with that extra ball delivering the final wicket of the Australians. Anyway, here's Richardson into Jacob Bethel again, who goes for a pull shot, top edge, flying towards the deep third area, 1 bounce 4. Well, Bethel looking to pull his second ball, gets a top edge, flies over the slips, out to the deep third area, 1 bounce 4. Oh, I think luck's just with England now. Oh, just looking at it again, just in no control of that whatsoever, but it doesn't matter. He's off the mark. England 66 for 2? No, 70 for 2. Yeah, 70 for 2. 10 overs in. They're going at 7 and over. 105 runs needed now for England. Nearly taken that target down to 2 figures. And now Steve Smith has turned to Scott Boland. He got a massive cheer yesterday, Scott Boland, when he came out to open the batting as night watchman for Australia. He faced for 1 over and finished that over with a boundary as well, to maybe the biggest cheer of the day from the MCG. And now he's got an almost impossible task in front of him. England need 105 more runs, 8 wickets in hand. Scott Boland, 36 years of age, 76 wickets. Just an outstanding bowler. Superb. That England one wasn't even a no ball. I'm shocked he hasn't been on already. Firing off flukes and you'll eventually find a foul. Here's Boland into Crawley, who steps across his stumps, and there's a appeal for court down the leg side. I think he got a bit of pad on that. Really bizarre shot from Crawley. Stepped across his stumps, looked to flick it away, and I think he just got a little bit of pad. That ball was going down the leg side. I think there's like I think the game plan, right? The game plan is clearly to throw the bowlers off their line straight away, to not allow the bowlers to settle, to try and play unusual shots, get in unusual positions, and not let them, just keep the bowlers on the back foot. I reckon that's the plan. Right, Boland into Crawley. Oh, big appeal from everyone for LBW. Now, will they review this? It was a huge appeal. Will they review this? Boland walks up to the crew. Smith walks up to the crew, and he's gone for it. Now, I think this is either hitting, I know I had a shocker earlier. Don't make fun of me. But I think this one may be hitting in line. With off stump. If it's umpire's call, it'll be harsh. Both teams have 3 reviews remaining, so it totally makes sense for Australia to take one at this point, to be fair. Let's have a look at it. Does it hit him in line with off stump? Oh, I think it's hitting him outside the line of off stump. I don't want to commit to that like I did last time, but I think it's hitting him just outside the line of off stump. No inside edge. Definitely no inside edge. Remember, it's been given not out on field. This can be quite significant. TV umpire and Raza has to decide. Now, is it going to hit him in line with off stump? I think it's hit him, impact outside. I think it didn't hit him in line with off stump, and that's the end of that. Australia lose a review. But they had to take it. I understand they had to take it. Any close calls, Australia have to take it. Dharmasena has always been good. Bro, Kumar Dharmasena has not always been good. I'll leave it there. Anyway, yeah, it was a big shout. Bowler, slips, keeper, everyone in unison was interested. Credit to Kumar Dharmasena. Kept his cool, and he was right. I mean, all right, those of you that have just joined, by the way, I can see the numbers sort of inflating a little bit. Please do give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it. I'll tell you more about the kind of work I do in the T interval. As Boland is in, nearly gets an outside edge as Bethel reaches for one outside the off-stump. Ball goes between the bat and his body through to the keeper. It's been an eventful over already from Scott Boland, creating chances. And like a lot of you, I'm also wondering, where has he been? Why has it taken so long to get him into the action? Why? From an Australian perspective, obviously. England thrilled that there's been a delay to get him in. Virat says, I was waiting for Boland. A lot of people were. A lot of us were, but here's Boland in. Down the track comes Bethel and can't get the ball off the square ready. Boland runs from his follow through to pick up the ball, prevent any runs being scored. 71 for 2, England. 104 more runs required to win this game. Even after that weird experiment with Bryden Carr, they're in pretty good shape here. Pretty good shape, England. Yeah. I'm going to put out a tweet at the end of this over, I think. Here's Boland into Bethel, who drives this ball down the ground. That's a lovely shot from Bethel down towards the long on boundary. Fielder giving chase is not going to get there. The ball wins the race. And that's a much more convincing boundary from Jacob Bethel. Proper shot, just punched it down the ground using the pace of the bowler. And now it's a big round number. England 75 for 2, which means 100 runs required to win this game. Just a reminder that England can always mess it up, even chasing 35 on the 5th day before. Yes, England can mess this up. Yes, you're right. You're quite right. Hanging over, yeah. 75 for 2 is looking good, though. Looking good. They're closing in on the halfway mark of this chase, or England. 75 for 2. There's Boland in. Bethel plays that ball with soft hands into the offside, picks up a single, 76 for 2. England require 99. It's down to double figures. What was that noise? Don't know what happened there. Anyway, let me just send this one message. Target down to double figures. Hold on. No. Let's just get rid of that. To be concise, you got to be concise. That's the trick with X. Feeling confident now, England fans? Question mark. Ashes 2025. All right, that's it. Just put a little thing out there. Jai Richardson about to bowl another over. I think this will be the last over before tea. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will be the last over before tea. Yeah, 2 slips in a gully in place. Bethel struck on the hips there. Didn't know too much about that one. The ball just drills out towards Michael Neser in the onside. Yeah, when the tea interval happens, I'll end the stream and I'll start another one at the start of the next session. So if you want to catch that, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Consider hitting that bell icon so you get the notifications when I do the lives, because I have to change them based on what else I'm doing at the time. Like currently I'm on a stand-up comedy tour and I have to do these streams around that. You got to admit, it's fun watching with me in it. It's fun. Anyway, Richardson into Bethel. Oh, play and a miss from Bethel. Just, I mean, give him the credit. He sort of kept his bat inside the line of that as the ball went past it. And the onus is now on Australia. They have to try and make something happen. England have done superbly, really, in these first 12 overs, even with that Bryden Cast experiment. What did I say? Who will the break suit, Australia or England? I think it suits Australia. Only because England have... Oh, there's 4 guys dressed as the Beatles from the Sergeant Pepper era. Anyway, here's Richardson in again. And again, Bethel can't get the ball off the square. They run through for a quick single. Bethel is really struggling with this angle from Richardson. There's Jacob Bethel. He's played one lovely shot down the ground, but everything else has been a bit funky. A wicket here means Australia go in thinking they've got it still. Well, also, they're sort of breaking the momentum a little bit. I just realized why Jacob Bethel was wincing there. The ball struck him right on the family jewels, on the unmentionables. And then I love that Crawley has, like, Crawley gives 0 Fs. He made him run anyway. Bethel's on 9 off 9. Crawley on 22 off 28. England need 98 to win this match. Their first win in Australia in 18 attempts, if they can pull this off. Richardson into Crawley again. This is a comfortable leave from Crawley. Short delivery just outside off. Moved away, but he was leaving that. That hit middle stump. So to speak. All right. Right. What a night of Test cricket. My friends on this tour were trying to persuade me to watch a film with them. I was like, well, I'd rather watch the cricket. I'm glad I hung out with you guys instead. It's been fun. Richardson into Crawley. There's a short looking for the pull shot. Misses it. It goes down the leg side. There's an appeal from Alex Carey. Umpire says, what are you talking about? It's Chris Gaffney. And Alex Carey asking Steve Smith about the review. And Steve Smith goes, seriously? And he's just chucked the ball back to the bowler and said, no. This is a movie, lol. This is a movie. Sorry, I see your point, because I was talking about a movie. This is a movie. Correct, Wakas. Oh, it took a little bit of jumper and that those loose, baggy jumpers that England are wearing. Zach Crawley. It fooled Alex Carey, didn't it? Yes, Aatif, definitely more fun here. Thanks, Wakas. Appreciate you guys. It's been fun. Been really fun. Right, last ball before tea. What a session it's been. Anyway, Richardson into Crawley, full. Crawley goes for a drive. He misses. The ball goes past his inside edge on the bounce to the keeper. There is no run. And there we go. That is the end of a really engrossing session of cricket. Maybe England's best session of this Ashes so far. England 77 for 2 after 12 overs. And they need a further, what do they need? Sorry, a further 98 runs to win this game. They're in pretty good shape. England in pretty good shape. Look like they're heading towards their first win in Australia in 18 games. Will they do it? We'll wait and see. But so far, so good from England. Really, really impressive stuff. Probably, I'm going to write that down right now. That was definitely England's best session of this Ashes series. Pity. Oh, sorry, my computer opened Siri when I said that. Pity it came so late. Late in the piece. Yeah. Late in the piece? Sound about right? Yeah, I think it sounds good. It'll do. It's only Twitter. Who cares? Okay. Agreed. Test 20 cricket. Right. Okay, guys. So, just to wrap things up, yeah, this was amazing. What a session of Test cricket. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a lot of fun. If you are looking for something to do in the next 20 minutes, maybe subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find loads of cricket videos on there. There's also some comedy videos on there. I had a TV comedy show a while back, and there's some of the clips are on my channel, but mostly there's loads and loads and loads of sort of cricket stuff that I've been posting lately. If you're looking for an interesting playlist, there's interviews with cricketers, of which I've done many, and there's also another playlist called Cricket History Explained, which I'm really proud of, recent videos I've been doing. So check them out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me out. Spread the word. If you think anybody would enjoy my work, I'd appreciate it. I'd watch that 4 innings, 20 overs each. Test to any cricket we're at, and Buckhouse having a good chat. Boys and girls, if there's any of you here, thank you so much. I appreciate your company. I'm going to be back with another stream in about 15 minutes. So make sure you subscribe so you know that I go live, and join me again, and let's watch some history being made in Melbourne. What a session for England, eh? Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Look after yourselves. Final tweets. It's been a roller coaster. Take care, Aatif. I will look at your vids, inshallah. Thank you, Wakas. And hey, if you're awake, stick around and come back for the next session. Catch you soon, says Virat. Thank you very much, boys. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everyone that's been on the chat. It's been fun chatting. And right, little comfort break, I think, and then more Test cricket. See you in a bit, guys. Oh, how do I? Oh, I'm gonna close it there, not here. Okay, cheers.